Welcome back on this Faith Friday. This week, faith is needed more than ever. Our next guests lead Vintage Church in Malibu, California, and they're the authors of Fighting for Family. And over the last several days, they have seen their church community come together and serve in the midst of heartbreak during the devastation and the wildfires there. And here to give us some encouragement is Chris and Julie Bennett. Thanks a lot for joining us from Westminster Church in Pasadena. That's about a 20-minute drive outside of downtown Los Angeles. Chris, we'll start with you. How are you holding up and how's your church doing?
Well, first of all, thanks for having us on. It's been a week like no other. And, you know, our community is made up of people from all over LA County. We meet in Malibu, and we've just been walking as close as we can with people. The hardest part is you want to be in person with them, and so many people are displaced right now. So it's a lot of texts, a lot of calls. We have 12 people or families from our community that lost their homes. But what we've always said is the church is not a building, the church is a family. We don't even have our own church building. We meet a school and haven't been able to meet there for several weeks, but we've been able to be the family for people, to come around people, to meet the most practical needs and do what we can to welcome them and love them through a really, really challenging time.
Julie, I'm curious, how have you seen people really coming together to help people in this time?
Yeah, you know, the tangibility of the people of LA is stunningly beautiful. There is a tension that's being held where people have lost so much. There's so much devastation. There's so much pain, but there's so much hope. You know, I think about the story of when Jesus got away to grieve the depths of his pain from one of his closest friends. He went to have space for that, and on the way he was met with a group of people that were hungry and they needed something. And what he did in the midst of pain, he met them. He fed them spiritually, he fed them physically. And there's a tension that's being held with people where whether you lost your home or your business, you're still coming together and you're opening your home. You're bringing food, you're meeting needs. And no matter what's going on outside, what people are seeing on the ground here, people are being family in a way that is changing lives. We were with a waitress last night who just said, I'm finding family in the midst of this tragedy. And there's a beautiful tension that we see as followers of Jesus. And it's really, family's not a good idea. It is what we were all made for. Yeah. It's powerful.
Oh, I'd love to hear that. And Chris, you with final words. So many people have been impacted by the wildfires. I think we all need some encouraging words as we go into the weekend. What you got for us?
Yeah, I think it's overwhelming when you kind of go, what can I do? And everyone can do something. But I think my encouragement would be, this is a long road ahead. This is not a sprint or a marathon. This is an ultra marathon. And in a couple weeks, when media is not talking about it as much, there's still thousands of people who are trying to rebuild not just their homes, but rebuild their lives. And what we're finding is that people may have lost their homes, but they've not lost their hope. And what I would encourage anybody to do is prayer really does matter. When Jesus was in his most broken moment before he was going to, die, and he was in a garden, what he did is he went and he prayed. And I would encourage anyone watching and listening to please keep doing what you can, praying for those who are left behind, and we believe that we're going to see God bring what he says in Scripture, beauty from ashes through this devastation.
And tragedy is the great equalizer. There's a playing field where we're coming together like never before. No matter what you think, believe, we are one here in LA.
Yeah, that's right.
Powerful words from a powerful couple there.
Yeah, and the love that we've seen for people in LA really does give you hope. Chris and Julie Bennett, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right. And many of you at home move to help. Just go ahead and use that QR code right there on your screen.
Just ahead here on GMA3, a family that has lost just so much.
Several homes wiped out in the heartbreaking destruction of Altadena, sharing their journey. We're back in a moment.